Hey, this is Gerald Rogers. Thank you so much for your willingness to share some thoughts and ideas as part of this book that I'm creating. I want to give you a little bit of background and kind of explain what I'm looking for in this video and kind of give you some specific instructions. You probably already know a little bit about my story. If not, I was married for about 16 years and got divorced last August or last July. And it was so painful and so heartbreaking. And in that process, I learned so much about marriage, so many things that I wish I would have known earlier. And so the night after my divorce, I wrote this post about 20 things I wish I would have known, the marriage advice I wish I would have had. And I shared that on Facebook, and then that went viral and really was read and shared by tens of millions of people across the world. And um, it really taught me how much all of us are seeking to have healthy, thriving relationships and marriages. And that led me on a path, and I feel like God's called me to write this book teaching some of this marriage advice so that hopefully other Geralds that are out there, in marriage trying to figure out how to be a good husband, how to be a good man, and women trying to find out how to create that epic relationship as well, they have more direction in what to do. And that's where you come in. I knew as I was writing this book that it would be important to have real life stories from people that have epic, thriving relationships. I'm not saying perfect marriages. I don't believe perfect marriages exist. But marriages that have endured the test of time and where couples are still happy to be married even after 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And so throughout this book, I'm going to have the principle. I'm going to have some very specific content that teaches people how to apply that. And then at the end of each chapter, I want to have a one page just dedicated to a real life story from someone that has a great marriage. That's you. And so what I'm looking for specifically is for you to write about 3 to 4 paragraphs. Once again, it's got to fit within one page, but sharing your specific advice or things that work in your marriage and things that are, the personal success recipe for you. Ideally based on these principles that I share in this post and in the document that I'm providing on this page, you'll see all of the details and all the specific instructions. But read through that post and see which ones really resonate with you and which ones that you can share insight. Okay, this is how I apply this. This is how we as a couple apply this in our life. And then I want to be able to share, your picture along with your a little bit of your story and your advice on that one page, and then have that be part of this book. So we have 20 of these stories from people like you. And I just want to really express my appreciation to you for your willingness to share that and to know that your message and your willingness to be an example impacts so many. My mission with this book is to save over 1,000 marriages from divorce and to empower thousands more to have that thriving, healthy relationship that we all desire. And because you've been married and you're still happily married, that says something about what you've done, and you've got some ideas and some insights that other people need to hear, because let's face it, a lot of people are struggling with their marriages. A lot of people are wondering if they should stay married. A lot of people are really frustrated, and there's this growing sentiment throughout our culture that says marriage is too hard and it's not worth the effort. And my mission is to help bust that myth and to really empower people to see the truth, which is marriage is possible, and happy marriages are possible, and sustained, enduring marriages, and happily ever after really do exist. But it's just different than the fairy tales, because it takes work and it takes very clear communication and practice. And that's what I wanted you to share: is what specifically do you do to make that happen? So, anyways, the instructions are here. Once that's done, just email it to me or message it back to me, and as a thank you, I'm going to give you 2 tickets to come to my next Live Big event, and I'll send you details on that. Live Big is a 3-day breakthrough transformational process. I love this event. It's something that will help you yeah, just grow in ways that you've never imagined. And would love to have you there. And once again, I'll send you all those details. And I'll also make sure that you provide me your address so I can send you a free copy of the book. I'm not going to be able to include all the stories, and I just want to let you know that. I'm not going to be able to include all the stories, but just for your willingness to be part of this, I'll give you those tickets and also send you a free book. Anyways, thank you so much. Really appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon.